Welcome, baseball card fans and enthusiasts. I'd like to invite you to sit back, spend the next 20 minutes with me. I want to take you back to 5 years ago, take a look at a product that really captured my eye. I know it wasn't necessarily a popular product, but I'd like you to give it a fresh look. We'll look at it 5 years later and kind of see what it was all about. But really, my main goal, a bit of a passion project for me, is I am chasing a card, and I will tell you a little bit more about that as we go. And I thought, what better way to do this than to film it and kind of show what I think is probably one of my favorite sets of all time, but also the frustrating journey of chasing one card in particular. So let's start real quick. If you don't like Allen and Ginter product, you're probably not going to like the Topps Allen and Ginter Chrome product. It's basically the same set with a slab of chrome on it. One of the differences in this 2020 set versus the regular set is they stopped at 300 cards. So if you think back to the Allen and Ginter set, if you're familiar with that, they typically added 50 cards in the set. They called them single print. I don't know if that's exactly true. It seemed like about the same odds, but well, in the Chrome set, they cut out 301 to 350 of that year. There isn't any rip cards or anything like that, but they did offer a bunch of different color refractors. You can see a couple here, and I'll kind of take you through a little bit more of those. So they really simplified it, instead of, gosh, what the regular set have? 15 different inserts. This one's only got 3, but it also has the minis and red minis. And anyways, we'll go through that in a second. I think it's really an underrated set. So first of all, it was the first time that they slapped chrome on it. I mentioned that. The colors look really great, but let's start with this. There's 300 cards. I think I counted 72 Hall of Famers. And yeah, I get it. Allen and Ginter and Archives and Gypsy Queen, and they have a tendency to throw the throwback players in the mix, but that's kind of cool when you kind of see how they look in this set. And they also have 24 rookies, and I think probably only 4 of those maybe are still interesting. Zach Gallen and Lewis Robert, and Lewis Robert was the big one at the time. I actually pulled, after the deadline, a Lewis Robert autograph numbered card, which could not be cashed in because it was past the deadline. But also it's got Yordan Alvarez, who I think is probably the top rookie for a time. It was Bo Bichette. So there's 4 decent rookies in there. I think Luzardo and AJ Puck, Nico Horner, Matt Tice, Gavin Lux, they probably are still playing. There's a list of the rest may or may not be still playing baseball. But if you think back to 2020, Kyle Lewis was a big deal. He is in this set. He is no longer a big deal. But he, for a minute, he was kind of hard to get. And then Allen and Ginter, of course, famous for non-baseball players. And if you don't like that, you probably struggled with this set. In this particular year, a couple of the ones that I think sell for a little bit more than average, based on my experience, is Johnny Bananas, R.L. Stein, Nyjah Houston, Ken Jeong, and the guy that I'm chasing, I'll tell you about in a minute. So, got some great stars in it, of course, and I think it's a pretty good release. But here's the real exciting factor, and I think what really separates this product from a lot of its peers is the autograph list. Okay, there's only 29 different autos, but I would argue that there's only 3 out of the 29 that aren't great. So that means that every case, which on average you'd get an auto with every case, you're going to get a great player. Now let's just see if we're aligned. So the kind of the 3 that you pull them, you're not real happy. Patrick Corbin would be one of those. Aristides Aquino, if you remember him, that guy with the open stance that cracked like 14 homers in like 9 days, and everybody loved him. but he didn't amount to much with the Reds, and so he's in there. And then I think the third one probably is Nico Horner. So those are probably the three where you're like, you know, it could have been so much more. And I've pulled a bunch of cool stuff over the years. But let me tell you this autograph lineup real quick. Aaron Judge, Albert Pujols, Bo Bichette, Cody Bellinger, Chipper Jones, Cal Ripken Jr., Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, Hank Aaron, Ichiro, Johnny Bench, Juan Soto, Joey Votto, Ken Griffey Jr., Luis Robert, Mark McGuire, Mariano Rivera, Mike Trout. I mentioned Nico. We got Nolan Ryan, Ozzie Smith, Pete Alonso, Patrick Corbin, Ronald Acuna Jr., Randy Johnson, Sandy Koufax, Vladimir Guerrero, Yordan Alvarez. Some might put Vladimir Guerrero in that kind of the fourth name. I do not. My family and I are big Vladimir Guerrero fans. This is the senior. This is the Expo and Angel. So, wow, what a great autograph list. And so why am I doing this? Not just to tell you how great this set is 5 years later and kind of looking at it over the course of the last couple of weeks. It still holds up. I still acquire some. It's a very simple set, very simple design, great autographs, and I just really got into it. So the other really exciting factor is this didn't come out in huge release, okay? I calculated that there was probably 18,150 boxes released, which put the base set at about, 3,300 cards of the base set. The refractors, you can see here, this Ichiro refractor. The refractors, while these ones aren't numbered, my calculation said they probably have about 363 of each one. And then they've got the green numbered to 99, the gold numbered to 50, the orange numbered to 25, and the red, which is numbered to 5. And I got the super refractor mini here as an example. So that's a Chris Paddock 101 in the mini, and here's Matt Tice. He's a full size 101 super refractor. And then I mentioned the autos. Those also came numbered 2. The regular auto looks like this. It's a Yordan Alvarez. And I've pulled a ton of great ones. I won't share all of them, but we've got orange numbered to 15. I just pulled that thing a couple of months ago of Aaron Judge, so pretty nice. I think I got that Chipper Jones in a break way back in 2020 or 2021. And here's an auto number to 5, Aristides Aquino. I think I bought it on eBay for $10 or something. But phenomenal set. Again, I mentioned that they also have the minis and mini reds. I didn't pull any here, but hey, maybe we'll get one in the box. All right, so I bought a lot of this product. I have a lot of this product. I actually have a full set of the greens, which are numbered to 99. So I've got probably in total, quite a bit, but I definitely got the full green set, and I am just shy of a second green set. I only need 11 players to have 2 of the green refractor sets. And kind of what I'm chasing is I only need 1 card for a gold set. Okay, and it's like, well, shouldn't be that hard to find, right? You can find it online. Most likely, I've seen a few here and there, but in my mind, it is somebody that is a common that shouldn't cost much to complete. It's Chip Gaines, who is he's an online personality. I think he does some real estate or remodel stuff with his wife, Joanna Gaines, and I've got the orange, I've got the green, obviously. For whatever reason, the gold has eluded me. Never pulled it. I bought one online once, and the guy sent the regular refractor, not the gold, so that was a waste. Somebody had the great idea to get it autographed. You can see that one online right now, so like I'm not buying that. And then somebody was selling one for like $2,000 online for like a long time. Of course, nobody bought it, but I think people got in their mind that must be a really rare and awesome card. So either they're keeping them or Chip Gaines is buying them, or Joanna's buying all of them. I don't know, but there's, you know, I saw one a couple weeks ago. They were asking $70 for it. Man, I'm not paying more than $10 for this card. Probably 20, I guess, now that since it's the last one. But what I thought is, I'd rather just open some product, pull that Chip Gaines, complete the set, and hey, maybe we'll do that here together. So without further ado, I want to kind of break into this. Hopefully show off some great cards. Hopefully hit the Chip Gaines. If we hit the Chip Gaines, this is going to be a one and done video. If we don't hit the Chip Gaines, you know, I'm thinking that once a week, open up a fresh box, and you guys can get nothing better to do on a Friday night. Maybe we'll open one up. I may or may not be sipping an old fashioned right now. Have some fun, talk some baseball, and well, let's get into it. Next time I'll bring a knife. All right, 18 packs per box, 4 cards per pack. Most of them, every box I've ever opened had the full amount of packs in it. I have opened a few packs and had an extra card or 1 card short, but it all worked out in the box. I have seen some breaks where the hit didn't happen. Made me question whether the breaker was legit, but everything I've opened has had all the cards that are supposed to. Typically with these really glossy cards, you might wear gloves. I have in the past, but I'm not going to do it today. All right, first pack, we got non-baseball Carabas. That is a Maris refractor. Very nice. We got a mini Jeff Bagwell, Willie McCovey. All right. Wonder if on camera how well that refractor shows off. I know I got a little bit of a glare above me. Maybe I'll fix that next time. All right, we got Max Kepler. We got rookie Gavin Lux. I mentioned it's got 3 inserts. There's one of them. It's bugging out. And I'm on to see. I think the other 2 inserts are Safari Sites and Bowman Cities, if I recall. Okay, we got a gold refractor. You can see it right there. Hell, if this is Chip Gaines, either this is the last one, or maybe we do a road to orange. I probably need like 80 something of the orange cards to make the set. Those are numbered to 25. If this is Chip Gaines, that would be pretty wild. Okay, we got a gold Mariano Rivera, numbered 15 out of 50. Love it. We got a mini Bryce Harper, Blake Snell. Okay, now I can tell you that the chances of me pulling another gold are pretty slim. From what I remember, I'm probably going to get at least 1 green, probably 2 greens, but it could be a green and an orange or a green and a red, but I doubt that it's going to be 2 gold. So we probably will not be getting that Chip Gaines. All right, we got Mike Schmidt, Ernie Banks. Not that interesting of a story, but Ernie Banks has been a surprisingly hard pull in the refractor area. There's like a ton of them. You got like most of the players I've got quite a few of. Ernie Banks for any color has been a challenging pull. All right, AJ Puck rookie, Walker Buehler. He fell off the map pretty fast. Got a mini Siegel, Matt Tice. All right, one of those rookies that isn't doing much, Brandon McKay. At least I don't think he is. I have to look that up. We got a refractor there of Nomar Mazara. Mini Babe Ruth. Nice. I'm probably blocking it with my hand. And then we got a rookie Bo Bichette. It was a hot card for a minute until he stopped hitting for a year, but I still think that's a keeper. All right, we got Johnny Bench, J.K. Dobbins. I keep meaning to look up to see if he's doing much in the NFL. Mini Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols. Miguel Cabrera Gold was one of the last couple that I picked up to get me to this point where it's just chip gains. I think the last couple were Ricky Henderson, Miguel Cabrera, and chip gains. All right, we're gonna have a regular refractor there. We got Flaherty. There's the regular refractor Hank Aaron, and then Snake Guy, Manny Machado. So we're gonna get 2 more color. If we do have a hit, there it would be 2 more color and an auto. Holy crap! You see what I'm talking about here? That's a Sandy Koufax autograph. Wow. Should have wore gloves. Wow, I'm gonna sleeve that up. Yeah, that's a little bit better than the chip gains. Wow. All right. Let's move on. Let's get through the rest of this box. Wow. Other than that, I mean, I might argue that this is a bigger hit for me than the Aaron Judge number /15. The Aaron Judge might. This one's probably, I would guess, online, if you can find one, worth between $500 and $1,000. That Aaron Judge, given how great he is probably going to be around $500 or so. But this is, I'm stunned. I don't have any Sandy Koufax autographs in my collection. It's just kind of been out of my league. Wow. Okay, well, let's get through the rest of this. Ripken, Bagwell, we got a mini Safari Sight, and that guy. I'm just gonna put these minis all together. By the way, if you guys, not that anybody's ever gonna watch this video, but if you want some of these minis, let me know. I've got quite a bit of them sitting around. Okay, we got an orange. So I thought it would be potentially 2 greens. Oh, look at that. Could be a Colton Wong pack. Maybe it's an orange Colton Wong. All right, let's see who we got here. You know who I could use? I could use a Shohei Ohtani. Or a Brian Reynolds. I don't know if I have Brian Reynolds orange or not off the top of my head. I bet you I do. This is numbered 19 to 25. I actually have that list over here. Let's see. Number 186. I do not have Ryan Reynolds. Great. There's one less orange I need. All right, let's go pretty fast. There's the green. I have all the greens. Be great if it was somebody I needed for the second set. For the second set, it's Soto, Ricky Henderson, McGuire, Cobb, Acuna Jr., Maris, Ken Jeong, Brandon Lowe, Johnny Bananas, R.L. Stein. Those are the ones I need for a second set of green. Be great if it was one of those. Albert Pujols, also cool. All right, and there's Austin Riley. Okay, we got a refractor, Steve Carlson, mini Cole Calhoun. There's Johnny Bananas. I think Johnny Bananas was buying all his cards at one point. They were pretty hard to find. Brian Reynolds, we got a Bowman Cities. Dansby Swanson. Greinke, Muncy, a Gazelle, and a good leadoff hitter named Ty Cobb. DJ LeMahieu, there's Ken Jeong, bugging out, Shane, Justin Bieber. Final stretch, 2 more packs. All right, we got Mookie Betts. We got a refractor, Ivan Rodriguez, a mini Bo Bichette rookie. There's Jackie Robinson. Fun fact, I have the green Jackie Robinson numbered 42 out of 99. I thought that was pretty cool. I was probably way more excited about that than I had a right to be, but it was a nice pull from a pack. Polanco, Escobar, A Booming City, Reggie Jackson. So not going out with a bang on the last pack. That Koufax is pretty sweet. Definitely going to open one of these up again next week. Let's get a good look at that. There we go. Wow, it's pretty nice. No, there we go. Anyways, I'm pretty excited. All right, thanks for spending 20 minutes with me. Again, we'll do another one of these next week. Maybe you'll bring a beverage of your choice, and let's see what else we can find. See if we can get that chip gains. All right, signing off. Have a great one.